Our use case. We target luxury hotels around the world and offer soft skills training to hotel leaders. The hotel executives carry out self-assessments. We collect the data, and Columns AI helps us visualize this data into stories. We print out these story graphics and give them to the participants. In our seminars, we identify skills gaps and we work to close these gaps. In this way, Columns AI helps the luxury hospitality industry to grow.
After this presentation, we will know how to create graphs like this. It has paired bars, and we can automatically change the name of the participant. We can print this out and give it to the participant. We achieve our goal in 5 steps. A. Import data. B. Define data. C. Design chart. D. Annotate chart. And E. Use graph. Let us come to step A, data import. We want to see first our Excel sheet where all the data are saved. We have 4 different columns. So the first one is we have here the person name. That means we have the people listed who took part in the survey. Here we are. And the second column shows the leadership style. We have here style number 1, style number 2, 3, 4, up to leadership style number 5. The interesting thing is here that we have for each style, here style 1, we have 2 different characteristics. Now our Excel file is ready, and what we have to do is now to save it as a CSV file so that we can import it then to Columns AI. Now, once we have the CSV file ready, we just import them to Columns AI. For that, we click on the story button. Let's make this larger and then start from the scratch. Connect new data. We choose here is our CSV, which we have prepared. So we open this and submit it. And a few seconds later, we get here a few options. In our case, we don't have to change anything here. So we just save them. And after a few seconds, everything is imported. So step number A, data import, is accomplished. Let us come to step number B, define data. We have, after the import of the CSV file, 4 different windows here, and all are in analysis. We don't want to touch the first one, we just want to have a look to these 3 windows here below of that. And this is quite straightforward. First, let us update the matrix. In the matrix, we will select the column where all the values are in the Excel sheet. That was the last column. So here we have the numbers, the values. Now let us not be distracted by what is displayed here. Let us go straight forward. Here automatically we have a sum of the values. This is in our case not something what we need. So we will change this here and go to no roll up. That means the sum is removed and only the specific value will be taken for calculation. Yeah, now the second one is keys. So keys are those on the x-axis. And here we enter the leadership style and the value name as the 2 keys. And in filters, we enter the person name. And then we have to click here, type and enter, and we can here now click the name of a participant and apply. So we have this one here. What we want to do is now here with that special function, we would like to pair. You remember we had for each leadership style, we had 2 characteristics. So we would like to pair the leadership styles, and we do this by using this pivot table function. So we click here, and then we have the bars paired. Right now it doesn't look that great. This we will do in the next step. One thing I want to remark is once this is clicked, we can't edit the metrics. So we have to unclick and then only we can edit the metrics if we need them to edit. For us, we don't need that anymore. So now we have done step number B, and B is accomplished. Now, after we have defined our data, we come to step number C, design chart. And here we mean mainly the graphic design. You can see that this looks a little bit chaotic right now, and we will change it now. We are still in this tab here, analysis, where we can find ourselves back in matrix, keys, and filters, what we have changed here. We don't have to care much about the breakdowns right now. For the design part, design the charts, let us go to the tab design. Here we have different settings: channel, bar, y-axis, x-axis, and matrix. Let's stay first at channel. Let us make a few changes only here. Right now we will come back to that later. We can see here the legend, which is a little bit disturbing, so we will make it none, and now this is deleted. Let us go to the bar settings. You can click also on the bars, and then the bar settings also will come, or here, that's the same thing. Let us change a few settings here. Column is correct. We don't want to have bar, we want to have column. Then group is also fine. Then spread bars. Now if we click here, then it looks already much better, isn't it? Now let us show the zero bars also. If not, then only one value will show up here. So we have to show the zero bars where we have zero values. Let us display the values also, and change the font size into something bigger, maybe into 22. Once we have done this, we can change the color of the font also to have it really truly black. And we make one color override also, because we want to have the first column each in the same, and the second column in each pair another color, same color. So we'll just start over and start here at the zero value. We make here that blue, then here also blue, then this one blue, then this one blue, and all firsts are blue. Then we come back to the second one. The second one we would like to have in this golden color. So all seconds we put in golden color. We don't have to close, we can do that directly like this. And we must not forget the zero value, because even if you don't see the color right now, later on it may appear here, and then we need the right color. Now we have all bars in the right colors. We might be surprised that the zero doesn't show up here. We can change it here in auto scale, in value font auto scale. If this switch is enabled, it will not show up. If it's disabled, it will show up. Fine. Now let us come, we are still at the bar settings here. Let us come now to the next one, which is the y-axis, this one here. We want to change a few settings very fast. We don't want to hide it, we want to see it. Display tick line is fine, this line. Then the tick font we want to have in black, and the font size a little bit bigger, maybe let's say 18. Angle, we don't need any angle, so we keep it at 0. Now the tick style also here, we want to have in black. Then we can have it here in different placements. We choose the end one. And we can here set the range. We do it between 0 and 100. Now we don't have the tens here. This we can change here in the account, in count. If we put here 8, and then we can count up in steps of 10 between 0 and 100. Fine. Anything else here? I think not. So the y-axis is done also. Let us go to the x-axis down here. Here also we want to do a few fast changes. we don't want to hide this. We want to see, and we want to see the line also, since that looks better. Same here, that should be in black, and the font size a little bit bigger, let's say 22. Angle we can change here. We don't want to have any angle, so we put this to 0. The tick style also should be in black. It looks cleaner, clearer, and also here we keep it at the middle. Count we don't need to change. Yeah, so far, and by that, let me check one time. By this, we have done step number C. So to design the chart is achieved. Now, after we have designed the chart, we would like to come to step number D, which is to annotate the chart. And here up there are all the annotations possible. First of all, before we do this, let us click on the bar chart and let us go to general settings. Because before we use any annotation, we should make sure that the size of the main graph is correct, because the annotation will not change together with the changes made in the graph itself. So let us fix the size of this graph first. Here something will come up there. Okay, now this is done. Now we can start annotating. Here is the headline. The headline is very long, so let's delete this. Headline leadership styles, just as an example. This is done. Let us add one text annotation here, like this, graph 1. We want to make this a little bit bigger in the font size, and is it black? Yeah, now it's black. The font size a bit bigger, let's say 22, and we can place this here. Now let us make another annotation, which is condition. This is a very important and very handy annotation tool, because here we can display what is written down in the filter. Okay, let us click here, and here's written down person name. Person name we don't need, so we can click it off here. Is also not needed, so we can click it off here, so that the value only remains. We make that font also in black, and font size in 22. Then we place this to where we want to have it. Fine. Now we have achieved step number D, to annotate the chart. Let us come to step E now, use the graph. This is quite straightforward. We can change the person name here and apply. The name is changed, the data are changed, and we can download it here as a PNG raster or as a SVG vector or in other formats. So we'll just download that. Then we change the next name, Jackson Davis, apply. So Jackson Davis is applied, and make the next download. Yeah, and this we will repeat until we have all graphs for each participant downloaded.